Good morning. It is 6 a.m. on the dot, Wednesday, August 27th, 2025. Now, I'm usually having Nespresso coffee, but I got this Café Bustelo, which I spent quite a while the other day talking about. To recap, I had thought this would be from some, Spanish-speaking country or Portuguese or whatever, something like that. And actually, it's the company's owned by J.M. Smucker, that makes jams and stuff like that. And it was actually, though, started by a man from Spain who moved to Cuba, then to the United States, to New York City and Harlem, and opened a coffee roasting company, and he called it Café Bustelo. And it really caught on. He was catering to the Cubans and other Hispanics that lived in New York at that time, a lot of Cubans. And this was in the late 1920s, early 1930s. And anyhow, eventually, it got bigger, was bought by a bigger company. And then about maybe 15 or so years ago, J.M. Smucker bought it from Roland's, which is the company that owned it before. It is like a Spanish coffee, but it's owned by a company from the United States and has been distributed in the United States, or, roasted and distributed here for over 100 years, or almost 100 years. Anyhow, so I thought, that was pretty interesting. Of course, it was not grown in the United States because we don't grow coffee here. There's a little grown in California. Now, of course, yes, in Hawaii, they grow coffee. But, this coffee is, I believe, I read that it was sourced from a number of Latin American countries. So, all right, there you have it. And I have got some nice warm milk here in my new little mug, which is microwave and dishwasher safe. And it's so pretty. And I'm going to go ahead and run an espresso. And I might run 2 capsules into this. We'll see. Depends on how this tastes. Oh, pretty. Now, today, my milk frother is supposed to come, and we will try it out together tomorrow. Isn't that pretty? Oh, by the way, so this is Chobani unsweetened oat milk. It's and I think it's 50 or so calories a cup. Oh, I almost hate to ruin this. But it's pretty doing that too. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, let's see here. That tastes pretty good. You know what? I am not going to I could put sweetener in it. You know what though? I'm going to put a coffee mate in it to make it a little richer. And because this does add a little sweetener, I mean, it just makes it taste a little sweeter. As, so does cream. So, I don't know. Because there's no sweetener in here. Well, Lord only knows what's in here. It's a non-dairy creamer, so it did not come out of a cow. Okay. Came out of a laboratory, but sometimes you don't actually, oh, pardon me, I'll turn you off. Maybe it's time to clean the machine. I don't know. Sometimes you don't have to add sugar or sweetener in order to make something have sort of a sweeter type flavor. You know what I'm going to do, though? I just thought of this. Nope, I'm not going to add malt today. Let's see here. I'm going to add a little bit of maple sugar, okay? I'm getting better at this. I turned the camera around before you had to look at the dirty dishes in my sink. All right. So this is floating on top. But I am going to give it a little mix in, or a big mix in, as the case may be. I don't know if I'm going to be able to taste the maple at all, really, because I didn't put that much in there, and this coffee is kind of strong. Oh, you know what? I can taste a little bit of it. I wonder... No, I'm not going to do that. I'll end up pouring most of the thing in. Okay. So we'll see how this is. I mean, honestly, it tasted fine the way it was, but I do so like to try different things. Okay. There was some left on the spoon. Oh, it adds a little something nice. It is good. Oh, yummy. Hey, so you know what? Again, this is oat milk, which I like. Although after I used the oat milk, after having used cow's milk for a few days, it was kind of hard to get used to it again. But, well, we'll see what happens, okay, when I get the new milk frother. Well, I got things to do this morning. I'm going to get going. I hope that you have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you later.